Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and day 23 of Inktober. Today's urban legend is the Banshee. Before we dive into the legend of the Banshee, I just want to apologize for the tardiness of this video. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you would have saw the behind the scenes video letting you know what the status update was on today's video. I all of a sudden decided that originally I was avoiding this piece because I wanted her to be transparent and I wanted her to glow, and I was a little overwhelmed on how to achieve that. But all of a sudden today I finally got inspired to do it after a quick nap and running some errands. So that is why this video is late. I'm hoping to do two smaller 5x7 pieces tomorrow, so I will be all caught up on videos, fingers crossed. Life happens and you can't really avoid that. So that is my goal for tomorrow. And Courtney also wanted me to let you guys know that something is wrong with her internet provider. I guess it's down in a few states for some reason, and it's going to be a while before it's back on. But she has six videos ready to go up when that does come back on. So I will keep you guys posted on that, and let's get into the urban legend of the Banshee. Banshee means fairy woman. A banshee is known in Ireland as a female spirit who wails outside a home to warn of the imminent death of a family member. Often heard before she is seen, her wailing is that high-pitched that nobody would dare to willingly attempt to witness this terrifying spirit. In Ireland, the banshee does not bring or cause death, but warns loved ones that death is near, which gives the family a chance to prepare. Some believe that she acts as an escort to ensure that their loved one passes safely to the other side. Stories of the Banshee have been passed on through generations for centuries. Some say that the Banshee is a ghost of a young woman who was brutally killed and died so horribly that she now watches families and loved ones, warning them of an impending death. According to legend, the Banshee can also take on many forms. However, in Ireland, she has been most commonly seen as either a beautiful young woman with long flowing silver or white hair, sometimes red, or as an old woman in rags with dirty gray hair, long fingernails, and sharp, pointed, rotten teeth. Both descriptions also give the Banshee's eyes, which are noticeably red from crying so much. Here are some appearances that the Banshee is said to take. An old woman dressed in black with long gray hair and covering her face with a veil. An old woman with long white hair, red eyes, and dressed in a green dress. A deathly pale woman with long red hair, dressed in a white dress, sometimes a shroud. A beautiful woman wearing a shroud. A beautiful woman with silver white hair, wearing a long shimmering silver dress, carrying or using a silver comb. Or a headless woman, naked from the waist up and carrying a bowl of blood. As you can see, there are a few variations on the description of how the Banshee actually looks. However, the fear she instills in people who have the bad luck of hearing her is always the same. What all witnesses of the Banshee agree on most is terrifying wailing. The Banshee is famous for her long melancholy neighing, which is an Irish word which is used to describe the lament that women use to do over the body of a deceased person to ward off evil spirits. Originally, it was said that the Banshee only neighed for families O'Grady, O'Neill, O'Brien, O'Connor, and Kavanagh. However, there are stories from various other families that she has particularly favored those with O's or Mick in the surname, such as O'Brien or McNeil, for example. I hope you guys enjoyed today's urban legend of the Banshee. All of the information I used today was from yourirish.com, which is the most fabulous website name ever. Best website name ever. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, so let's talk about the piece a little bit. And as you can see, I was a little bit unsure towards the end, and then I decided to just go for it and try it, and if it was messed up, then one of my pieces were just going to have to be messed up because, you know, that's what Inktober is all about. Done, not perfect, and I gave it a fair go. And in all honesty, I am so excited that I finished this piece because I think it's definitely one of my favorites now. There was a part in the beginning of this when I was doing the trees in the background that I was a ding-dong and I forgot to turn my camera back on because I had to take a break because I was making my kids' lunches for school, and then I came in and I just turned the camera on, and then I thought that I had hit record, but apparently I did not. Thankfully, I stopped to check because I was on a roll there, and I didn't bother to check, which is, I'm sorry guys, but you guys see me do the trees in the background on a few pieces, so I think you get the general idea of what I did there. So I started I basically outlined her with masking fluid and her hair, and I basically outlined all of her area that I wanted to glow, excuse me, and I just kind of tried something and I hoped it would have worked out. And I took off the masking fluid and it was really white, so I toned it down with an ink wash with just 1 drop of ink in there. And as you can see right now, I'm using the white ink that I have and watering it down around her and kind of like using the water to kind of bring the glow outwards, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I can't believe it came out as good as this. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I was really happy with how this came out. Also, I was a little bit nervous about her face, so I had to use a black colored pencil to make it look nice and sunken in the way that I wanted it to, and to give her hair a little bit more detail and some shadowing. But what I really think really set this piece off was taking that white ink and watering it down and putting it on the tree like I'm doing now, and then putting it on the front gravestone and a couple of little highlights in the background there. And I think it just makes the whole thing pop and come together, and I am just so happy with how this came out. So happy with how this came out. And obviously taping it back down so I could blow dry it and it would flatten back into shape. And this is where I'm going to come in with the black polychromos colored pencil and fix her face a little bit. I really need to do some portraits after this is all done, because working on little faces like this is just so irritating at this point that I just don't want to do anything with the face anymore, which is unrealistic considering the theme that I chose for Inktober. So here are some close-ups of the piece. As you can see, I am so happy with how this came out. I think it's perfectly creepy, and I think it just, if you could illustrate a banshee, I definitely think this is one of the things that you would illustrate. I'm so happy with it. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more. And the word of the day is pinned in the comment section, and I will keep you guys posted on Courtney's status tomorrow. Bye!